Dingo. How you guys doing? Eric here. Today is Wednesday, April 9th, I think. Oh no, April 10th, 2019. And we're expecting another storm this morning. As it was snowing a little while ago. You can see a little fresh snow there. It looked like it was going to start bearing, but it didn't. It stopped. I was on my way to work. It started snowing. And it looked bad, man. The clouds were just... Skies are pretty ominous, so I just said, you know what? I'm not driving down to Boulder in this shit. I even have a dentist appointment today. I'm going to have to call and cancel that. Even though I should have canceled it yesterday, but... I thought I was going to go out and drive in the storm. But anyways... Yeah, we're expecting another big snowstorm today. And hopefully it hits us because I took the day off from work. Well, I left a message with my boss, even though he didn't answer, but I didn't know, you know. I just don't feel safe out driving in this. My donkey senses are tingling, telling me no, not smart, not a wise decision. But we'll see, man, what happens. They're calling for another storm like we had. Look at, most of the snow is melted away finally. I mean, we still got a pretty good snow drift here. Yeah, once most of the snow is gone, now we're expecting another storm. We'll see what happens. It's not really supposed to hit until around 10 o'clock. Right now it's like a 7:15. And so, yeah. We'll see what happens. It'll probably start snowing. It looked like it was already going to start up here, so we'll keep an eye on it. That's my job today, to keep an eye on the storm. See if it develops like the last one. Here's the map, man. Well, doesn't look quite as bad as the storm we had in March. But look, over here, all this severe weather. Back here into Colorado, you see the snow is imminent, man. It's upon us. Yeah, this thing is gonna wrap up in the next couple hours and start looking like a hurricane, I think. They're calling it another bomb cyclone. It's gonna be a huge storm. It's gonna affect 200 million people here. And a lot of people are gonna be dealing with this again. Another fucking flood. And you know, you guys know how I am, man. This is all weather manipulation. No doubt about it in my mind. It's weird how storms are now developing right here over the plains of the... Usually they develop on the west coast and move across. Now the storm develops right here. Just, it's not normal. It's not natural, you should say. It's normal, but it's not natural. It's the new normal. Winter storm Wesley prompts blizzard warnings in the plains and upper Midwest, including Denver. Blizzard! Look at there. Could dump up to 1 to 2 feet of snow. And it'll probably happen in a real short time. They're tapping into the atmospheric river to fucking cause more damage and hardship for the people of the United States. Higher food prices, food shortages. It's gonna be a fucking nightmare, man. This is not a joke. This is fucking weather warfare, man. See that table? I made that table a long time ago, but that deer horn, that deer antler, just the very tip of it was sticking up past the last snowstorm, but there was already a lot of snow on the ground already. But yeah, that whole table disappeared. That Himalaya disappeared. It's amazing how many things pop out of the snow you forget about. It's been melting over the last couple weeks. Now it's all going to get buried again. Now who knows? They're saying maybe we're going to get up to a foot is the forecast right now. Up to 12 inches. We'll see. Barking at me? You barking at me? Barking at me? Wait, quit yelling at me all the time. God, look at that tail. Look at that tail. Look at that tail go. The temperature is going to start dropping. We're prepared for it. It's just right about at the freezing mark right now, 32 degrees. It's going to drop down to like 13 degrees tonight. So we're ready for it. Here it comes, it's moving in. Look at the sky really darkened up like a fog. And now we're getting these little miniature hail balls that we call grapple. Here we go again. Looks pretty ugly out there. I wouldn't want to be out driving in it, and I'm not. I might make it to the liquor store though. Man, it really got dark. About 8:35. Really dark in here, huh, Dingo? What the hell's going on? This is Dingo's bed right here. This is where Dingo sleeps most of the nights. Got it all made up for him. Bedspread, pillow. He likes to use the pillow. Winter Storm Wesley. Just getting started up here. Almost 9 o'clock. Snow is starting to come down pretty heavily. And I'm preparing for like 1 to 2 feet of snow. We'll see what happens. Dingo. You don't like being recorded. The storm's supposed to wrap up this afternoon and like get more intense. And so, yeah. Looks like it's just starting to, the snow is definitely picking up, so we'll just keep monitoring it. Yeah, I remember with Winter Storm Ulmer back in March, it dropped like 6 or 8 inches of snow in the first couple hours, so that was pretty intense. Here we are, a little bit after 12 o'clock, 12:03 p.m. here. Looking at the map for Colorado, you see, man, this thing right here is really winding up. And the whole thing is looking like a cyclone. If we play the animation here, I still haven't seen this animation, but you see right over our area there is a pretty good sized band of snow. So let's play it. Let's see this thing move. Big snow up there, Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota. Down here in Colorado, man, our area is starting to get pretty well blasted and pummeled. And it looks like it's going to just keep wrapping up right here. And we could see over a foot of snow, I'm thinking. It's starting to pan out that way. This thing over here just spinning around. Looking outside, man, coming down pretty good now. A little after 12 o'clock, and you see we got over 3 inches, I'd say. And yeah, it's just getting going. We could, you know, at this point, I'm pretty happy that I decided not to drive down to Denver or down to Boulder today. Pretty glad I made that decision. I think that was wise, man. Look at the road, it's just fucked. Yeah, that thing is winding up, man. Looks like it's just gonna keep snowing here for, let me say, probably through the night into the morning. If it goes at this pace for that amount of time, yeah, it's pretty much almost a freaking carbon copy of the other storm that went through in March, but not quite. Just a little bit different. Looks a little different, but we'll see what happens at the end. And here's the bigger view of the whole thing, man. Once again, this thing's starting to wrap up, man. Looks like it's going to be pulling moisture all the way from over here to the Atlantic, and it's got moisture flow coming in from the Pacific. And so it's once again this storm, I think once it really wraps up later on this afternoon, You're going to see it pulling moisture from all three sources of moisture: Pacific, Atlantic, Gulf of Mexico. Wow, these storms are just man-made freaks of nature. All right, well, that's the end of part one. We'll continue to follow the storm, but there's just so much to talk about that it's going to take at least 2 parts.